Here we go. Hey, and welcome. Memory Sports TV is back with the second round. 2 matches up here, and I'm not alone, luckily. I have today Wesley here with me. Leslie Twix. Hi, Wesley. Nice to have you back here for commentating.
Yeah, it's been a minute. I'm glad to be back. I've spent way more time on Memory League since the last time we did this, so I'm gonna be a little bit closer to an expert. Not quite, but it's good to be back for sure. Thank you.
Yeah, and have you followed the championship so far?
Just a little bit. I've been talking with Don Michael Vickers actually a lot, and he was sort of updating me on just how his side of everything went. But no, I know that today we got we got Nasser and Simon, but beyond that, I haven't actually been too closely following it, honestly.
Yeah, it's fine. You have played too much, right? So too much of a play, too
That
much of a player right now. Yeah. So just also to update everyone here, I can go through a bit through what's going on today. Hi Vishwa, by the way, welcome back. Let me see where I put this window. I have too many windows open again. My neck, yeah, it's a bit better than yesterday, but it's still painful and not very good. So I'm glad that I have Wesley here today because he can also talk. Talking is okay, but it's really annoying. It's really bad, and it's hard to move my head. With now I'm laying down. That's fine, but in general it's not so good. But anyway, let's take a look on the championship page to see what's going on and where we are here in the tournament. So this is Nasser versus Simon, and they are here in the second round. Simon won the first round against Dorian 5-3 for 1, and Nasser won his first round as well versus Daniele. And this is the second round. The winner plays Don because Don kicked out Alex from the winner's bracket. Alex is not out of the tournament, of course. He goes down to the repechage and has to play Yasuhira. But Wesley, was that kind of a surprise for you as well?
Yeah, it was. I was actually at Disney World a little bit ago, and I was texting with Don Michael Vickers because he was so excited. I don't know, maybe he's gonna be playing it cool, but he was excited to be beating Alex. I can tell you that. So yeah, I'm a little bit surprised, but not too surprised because I know how much he's been training.
Yeah, right. If you see people also a lot on Memory League training, then you feel
Oh,
like, okay, they're getting better and better. How is your training, by the way, getting forward?
you know, it's good, it's been funny because Vishpa I haven't talked to as much, but he was on the league yesterday when I got my first 30 out of 30 in names.
Nice.
Um, and I'd never done that before. I was just 59 seconds, but I did 30 out of 30. And Vishwa, of course, world record holder with like 25 or something, 25 seconds. He was there saying congratulations. So yeah, I've come a long way. I'm 30th on Memory League right now, and
Nice.
named some best event, even though I thought that 16 seconds in images would be best. Somehow names takes it.
Nice. And yeah, talking about Vishwa here, the other opponent, or the next opponent for Vishwa, will also be decided here in the all Italian match, Enrico versus Matteo. Yeah, I think that will be very interesting, especially when it comes down to images, games, and so on. Very, very close game. Both are very strong. Matteo and Enrico have faced each other lately in the slam format in the final, and that will be really really exciting. I'm pretty sure about that one. That will Both matches will be very very entertaining, I guess. Let's see how that goes. And after that, the second round is almost over. There's one more match today in the evening. Let's take a look here. So there's Dorian and Daniele in the evening today. My time, German time evening. So it's 6 p.m. GMT. The loser drops out. And then we have 12 players left in the World Championship. And well, will be a long tournament, I guess. Wesley, any plans for you to qualify for the next World Championship?
Well, I mean, yeah, people have been asking me that actually. The main thing that's holding me back is I am not good at international names. And I know there's a few things you can do. I know you can work more on that, but at the moment I really haven't put too much time into that. But I don't know. We'll see. I mean, maybe I'll say maybe for now.
Yeah. Okay. But international names, how many? What is your score there?
Oh God, well,
Okay.
yeah, I've done. I know it's it's a hard event for sure. I
It
did
is.
12. 12 in a minute is my best.
Okay. That's definitely something you can improve on. And it shows, the history shows that people can improve on that. Like Don improved a lot, Vishwa improved a lot. It takes longer and it's very hard, but it's definitely something everyone can improve on. But the problem is it is very, very hard to get better. And sometimes it's so frustrating uh, because you just cannot get better scores. And then you tend to not train that, and then you don't get better. That's always a problem.
Yeah, for sure. And it's if I took like a solid like just 1 or 2 days where I'm just training that event, I'm sure I would see progress. I guess I just haven't taken the time. But now that now that I finally have 30 out of 30 on regular names, I should probably put some time into that, and then maybe I'll see where I'm at with if I can hang with these guys next year. We'll see.
And Vishal is just saying in the chat he uses loci in international names. So easy to figure out for me in international, he is saying. So have you, I always consider that for international names. Actually, I also do that in the long disciplines, in the traditional format. Have you ever tried that, Wesley?
No, I mean I've not actually tried it. I've looked into a little bit of the art of memory forums, people talking about that kind of thing, but I haven't actually implemented it. I know some people use that for regular names as well, of course, and maybe he does, but no, I guess if he's saying that's the way to do it, that's the way to do it. I should put some time into that. I'll maybe I'll have an update on the next stream, and I'll have done better on international names. That could be fun.
I mean, there's obviously not one way to do it, but I feel that international names on locations helps because then you don't need necessarily have attached it fixed to the face. You have it on your location, and that then the face pops up maybe. So that's working pretty well. Well, not pretty well. It's working much better for me as well. So it's definitely something
Okay.
you can try in the future. Yeah.
Yeah, no, thanks so much because it's the one event. I'm like top 40. I'm doing okay in all the events. International names is the one event that I'm just not great at. So I'm gonna once we get off stream, I'm gonna be doing some of that for sure because I want to improve at least a little bit. Just have something. Maybe 16, 17 would be better than 12.
Right. Right. So yeah, let's see how things goes here. We'll go here. It takes a while. People are not, or they're not yet ready yet. I guess there's a lot of setting up. You witnessed a bit the setup. How do you feel about that? Is it what is your impression on that? Setting up people in the in pre-match.
Yeah, I mean you're talking about like room check and everything.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean it's important. It's funny. I remember you talking about this last time. Like it's the kind of thing where we know these people and we know that they're doing everything correctly and everything, but you gotta have this in place anyway. Like I've been getting a lot of people on TikTok asking me like, oh, can't people just cheat? And it's like, well, no, because we have things like this in place, and also that's just not the culture. So that's you know so everything room check went well, ear check, all that. So we're feeling good so far.
Yeah, right. That's I like this point because that's always the discussion. We are everyone knows everyone here, and we feel everyone is safe and not cheating and anything. And I also believe that. But of course, there are two aspects. One aspect is new people can enter. You never know, and there we want people to enter, right? And you don't know about everyone. People are different, and there have been incidences, very rare, but there have been incidences when people cheated. So it's happening. And the other aspect, which I like even more, which you just said, is that, of course, it's not just because that we know, okay, everything is going good because everyone is very honest here, but it's because that people get trust into that. That's
Yeah.
a good point. That's a very good point. Because being a trusted sport makes it a more likable sport, for sure.
Oh yeah.
So I'm also opening up Windows here. So, and one more thing which we implemented this time is that we have a delayed stream. So not the delayed stream. We are talking live to the viewers, but we have a delayed Memory League game. So as soon as the game appears on Memory League, it's already 5 minutes ago. So
Okay.
I'm not sure if you knew that or were about that, but that's the first time that we have that for this competition, that everything is 5 minutes delayed on Memory League. And then my technical challenge was to delay the competitor's video feed also by 5 minutes on my computer to stream it then back to the audience, which was kind of a challenge. But it worked out somehow. So now I'm everything what we see happened 5 minutes earlier in the past.
Okay, that's interesting to know. We'll still be able to see their, I guess their chats will be delayed too as well. We'll be seeing that.
The chat is the chat is interesting. It shows the whole chat as soon as the game ends. So in the second when the game ends, you can see the whole chat at once.
Okay.
So, but I'm pretty sure there will be only chatting for Enrico and Matteo, because Naser and Simon, there will be a silent chat, so there will be nothing going on. But Enrico, Matteo, I'm pretty sure they will talk a lot. Let's see if they do it in English, or if they keep on going in Italian.
Yeah,
Not sure how good your Italian is, but mine is not existing. So,
yeah, no, I remember having the Google Translate in another tab last time we commentated, and I was just rapidly going back and forth, copy and paste.
yeah, it's good that we have things like that nowadays. So yeah, let's check also while we are waiting here, because I feel the surprise event is not even started. I'm not sure because I'm not live in the Zoom call right now. We're in a different window here. That's good to have that. But let's check the top scores as well. Wait, one more thing I have to do first is check out my delayed video feeds. They should show up any second here. Yeah, it takes a while. Let's take the look on the best scores so far in this tournament. So Alex, with the best cards time, 17.55. That's a very reasonable time. And still, he lost the first match. And the second match. And that's also what shows the intense strength of the intense strength of the field here, of the players. If you lose your match, meanwhile you do 17.55 seconds, that shows the quality, that's what I wanted to say, of the match. That's really, really strong.
Oh yeah, no, that's really fast.
Yeah, it's fast, but was not good enough to beat Donier in this case. But yeah, and images, let's check. Vishwa, has been so solid on all his images games. He did so many 30s and all around 10 seconds. He has really, really improved on that. Vishwa, can you say something about that in the chat? Did you train that more lately? And yeah, international names, your favorite discipline, Wesley. Vishwa was 30 already. I think he did that yesterday when I wasn't streaming. 30 in 59 seconds. Well, that's very reasonable. And now you see just white windows here on my Twitch. I was just opening up my delayed video streams here for the match to start. So I will be back to the scoreboard here. 30 for Vishwa, 27 for Katie in international names, 27 for Don as well. And let's wait for the last two windows to open up. Vishwa is saying in the chat, in one game, the name's Josephine. There's no I visible. Okay, the Josephina. Okay, there was just one eye, or what do you mean? So yeah, and bear with me, there's just not so much to see right now, but every second we'll be back here. But the match didn't start yet, so still figuring things out. Yeah, things were a bit difficult before the match started, so it was not so easy to get things running for everyone. Sometimes it's still new to open the task manager, and it feels a bit odd for some people to say, why is it so difficult to open the task manager? Wesley, you want to say something?
Earlier, you took a man to figure that out. Yeah.
I mean, it's I somehow feel like I'm old, right? Like I'm over 40. I definitely know how to use a task manager, but I feel that like my godchild, he is 17, he would never be able to open the task manager. I could ask him, please open the task manager. I'd say, what kind of thing is that? And yeah, I feel that the native digitals, they are not so native as they always seem to be, because they know how to use stuff. But if it's not the way they want it, it's a bit different. But this is no rage on Gen Z, so welcome every Gen Z viewer here. We like you all. So let's see. So match still did not start yet. Not sure if there's everything right. Sometimes we have a bit of discussions, but today, okay, I think I can put them up already now. Naser is here. Let's play Simon. Let's see if he is also ready. He's still on Zoom. Then we have, in the other match, we have Matteo and Enrico. Enrico and Matteo. And we have already fans here for Naser. Yeah, let's see. Still waiting for the surprise event. And let's put them now here, put on the screen. I think I can. Let's see if that works already. Where we are here. No, why not? Still the white one. Okay, because it has a 5 minutes delay. Ha. Okay, yeah. Even for me, sometimes it's a bit new, everything. So there's now the 5 minutes delay. Anyway, yeah, so hi, AZ Champion. Welcome to the chat and welcome to the Memory League World Championship. And welcome Don, by the way, as well in the chat. We're still waiting for the surprise event to start. Things take a while here. All the setting things up takes a while, and also Task Manager. We discussed that before the tournament, Task Manager stuff, and there have been opinions on that from different directions. Some were like, oh, it's so easy, it takes a minute, and others would say it's for people who are not technical, that's very difficult and it would take a while. Yeah, I think both are right. Some people make it in a minute, some people do take 5 minutes. Okay, Dong won't be here for long. Okay. Okay, let me check again. Matteo is on is ready. Enrico looks ready. Simon looks ready. Naser looks ready. Everyone looks ready. So, not sure what's going on.
Yeah.
Don is saying, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm
No,
sure. Yeah. Sorry,
Yeah.
Wesley. Go ahead, Wesley. Sorry.
No, I was looking at I'm saying I'm sure if they can figure out how to memorize a deck of cards in a minute, they can figure out how to open a task manager.
That's true, but figuring out how to memorize a deck of cards in a minute took some people here years. So I hope Task Manager doesn't take years then. So that's the point.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are still in a good mood here, waiting for these matches. Sometimes 2 matches at the same time is also difficult. And to be honest, last year there was a big discussion about having the task manager in the slam in the first round, and I was like, I don't want to do that because it's so annoying to get 8 people at the same time to get to the task manager. And I had a huge discussion and a bit arguing, especially with Simon, Reinhard about it to say, yeah, it's easy, and he says, oh, it's not so easy, not so difficult. And I was like, I don't want to do that for 8 players, not at the same time. That's what is the issue? There is, I don't know what the issue is actually, Katie, but there is, I mean, explaining Control Alt Delete is already the one issue, because languages, okay, I don't know, then Mac versus Windows, and I don't know, things like that. But of course, I feel the same, Katie, but in practice, it shows it's not easy.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's check. I think Simon is now doing his task manager screen share. Wow. Okay, so that it's still 5 minutes ahead before we start. Half an hour late here. Half an
Yeah.
hour. Wow. I hope the matches keep what is promised here. So Wesley, yeah, tell me a bit more about your recent training. You told a bit about international names. You're not happy about that, but what about everything else? What's up?
Well, it's been going really well actually. I also finally I got 16.2 seconds in images a few days ago. I'm still sort of in the 40 to 45 word area in words. I finally did 80 digits in under 40 seconds, so that was a good one. The funny thing is I had a video I took on Christmas where I memorized on Memory League for 45 seconds for a deck of cards, and I just decided to share that on TikTok, and it's up to like 2 million views right now. It got kind of crazy.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. I've got a couple of videos on TikTok that have like 1.5 million views and should be having like 10,000 followers by the end of the week. So I've been getting a lot of new fans coming over here trying to hopefully I share a link to this. Hopefully this will some people will be awake for the stream over here. It's 5:26 right now where I am.
Yeah, wow. So what is your secret on TikTok? How to grow on TikTok for memory sports stuff?
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of crazy because I was talking with Don Michael about this, and he had a pretty similar video, honestly, like years ago, where he just like screen recorded himself with a face camera and doing a deck of cards in Memory League, and it didn't really take off. But for some reason, I mean, I do think I kind of formatted it in a way that is kind of like grabs people a little bit better, so maybe that's part of it. But I kept at it. Like I made sure to do at least one video a week, and eventually they started getting higher and higher. So now a lot of my videos have like 100,000, 200,000 views. So, I'm just showing all the Memory League disciplines and a little bit of like, PAO tutorials and stuff. So it's been fun.
Very cool, because many people try to grow on the social media and YouTube and on TikTok, and it sometimes you can do that for years and nothing happens. But sometimes sometimes you have one viral video and then it blows off, or goes off. That's really, really cool. So congrats on that. I have to check again. I to be honest, I uninstalled TikTok on my phone for a while because I was like, too much TikTok, and I have to get rid of that. It's just so addictive. But it's a good reason to install it again. So I will do that. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Vishwa, TikTok is banned in India. Is it? Okay. Why? Did they give you any reason? Like it destroys the young people, or? Oh.
Don Michael says I'm putting up numbers like the dancing girls. Yeah. No, this is something. And I wasn't too much of a user until I realized I had to capitalize on my win last year. I had to do some sort of social media. And yeah, you go on TikTok and a lot of it, I mean, you work so hard on editing and maybe even scripting and then just, a cute girl gets all the attention and all the subscribers. And so that's what you're up against sometimes when you're trying to, actually have a skill to share.
That's true. I mean, sometimes you're really up to that or against that. As on Twitch, there was also a time when you had a lot of woman sitting in a pool in a hot tube and just streaming from there. I was also thinking doing that, but I feel I wouldn't get the same attention anyway. Maybe I look good in a bikini, but I don't think so. So, but no offense. I think there are a lot of very, very good YouTubers among men and women, so there's no difference. But sometimes people can grab attention by what feels for me is stupid stuff. So that's that's what I would say here. And yeah, the surprise event introduction is here. That's the first step. And
excited.
so the surprise event is, instead of a name, you will memorize a random word for each phase. Actually, funny because we talked about that in the chat lately, and so you don't memorize, or kind of about that. A random word for each phase means it's like a name. It's like a word name, right? So it's your name is Apple, for example. Some people have these names. So okay, let's check if I can now see the people here already. Yeah, Simon on the Zoom call still, but that was 5 minutes ago. So Enrico here with I think it was a haircut, a new one.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And Matteo also here as well. So everyone is here. Now this one. This is Simon's view. Okay. Yeah, let's see. And now usually we have 4 minutes to 5 minutes to that everything shows up on our screen here. Let's see. Yeah, I have been Simon twice. I don't know. Okay, I think I have to figure that out as well. Double Simon here. Playing Simon plays Simon here. It's worth a screenshot. Come, guys. Make a screenshot from that. It's just... I like it. Okay, thank you. But why is there not... Here is... There's Naser. Okay. And now Naser seems to have started memorizing already. So I don't know. Maybe Naser is just training. Simon is squeezing his ear protection. I don't know. Maybe something is completely out of sync here. We will see as soon as the match starts where we are. But Naser is doing something here while Simon is still on Zoom. Wait a second. This is... no, I know. Okay. That was live. That was a live video feed. Yeah, that was a live video feed, which I wouldn't tell. This is the... Yeah, this is funny. So this is the delay, and this is live. Delay, live. Okay. Sorry for confusing everyone. This is a delayed stream. So 5 minutes ahead. Why it's there? Let's see. Okay, now that looks better. Yeah, okay, it's... Oh, wow, it's 1.5 an hour. Let's see if the match takes... If the match takes for 3.5 hours. I'm not sure if... I think I can stay here. But in the middle of the match, or maybe in a couple of minutes, my physical therapist will come and will give me some kind of neck therapy. So I will just click here and give Wesley the commentating seat then. Because I am getting a massage. It's not that nice. It's really a horrible massage, but it will help me.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look for my computer charger so I can do that. I didn't really plan ahead well.
Yeah, go ahead. No worries. I'm here for a couple of more minutes.
Yeah. I'm taking the phone with me so I can still talk and sort of see what's going on. But
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Simon Orton was writing me 3 minutes ago. We are starting now. That means we are starting in 2 minutes. It's way too long. It's way too long. We need, I feel also one more thing for upcoming streams. We have 2 supervisors here. We have Simon Orton and Sebastian. That's okay. But I think we should separate rooms for setting people up. Something like that. Naser showing his ear protection again. Yeah, Simon, that's true. Let's just separate them and do 2 rooms, because otherwise it's very difficult. Yeah, just for checking. Yeah, absolutely. For 2 matches at the same time, or even for 2 matches same time. And if we have supervisors, we could also do that for 1 match. Just bring them, one competitor the other room. Okay, now it looks like we have a match also for us here. I'm very excited. Look at me, how excited I am. I think Santa in the background is more excited than me. No, here are they. The matches are up. I'm very, very looking forward to the start now. No, I shouldn't miss it. So, both screens simultaneously. Okay, here we go. It's up. I can't believe it. We are here. We are seeing the competitors. We are live almost, and we see. It's really interesting to see, because I mean I speak German, so it's a bit weird to see words with people, but on the other hand, I feel it's way easier. The names, not just I feel, it's of course easier than international names for sure. I'm wondering how I would really score with that.
yeah, it seems like the kind of thing where you might think you have a handle on it. Like it looks like it might be kind of easy, but then when you try it, it would be maybe some challenges you wouldn't expect.
Exactly, yeah. I have to try that somehow. I mean, let's build that with AI or something.
Mm-hmm.
Lieber schnell da. Oh, sorry. That was the wrong chat.
I guess it's no surprise nobody really tried to do anything crazy on the times, just add a minute or just under there.
And thank you for no one realizing, but I have Naser and Simon twice here. So,
yeah, I was just going to give that time to fix itself. I wasn't going to say anything.
Thank you. You can always say something. That's better than sitting here for 5 minutes and wondering why everything is so clean and same. And Katie is saying I would be keen to add 1 or 2 of these events to the IM fun section, but won't want to ruin the surprise events. Yeah, I mean surprise events. As you have seen here in the first round, there have been a couple of or a lot of reusing, and it's good because it's very tough for Simon Orton to figure out surprise events all over the place. There will be something new, I think. I'm pretty sure about that, because I also have something on my plate to prepare, but I just couldn't get my head around it finally. But I will do that now in the next 1 or 2 days. Hopefully my neck is not getting worse. And then because that's, creating surprise events is always a lot of work. So reusing them makes completely sense. Wesley, have you followed the surprise events, or have you seen
Yeah,
some?
I saw it yesterday. It looked like beer goggles. All the cards are just sort of floating around. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was like drunken cards. Yeah.
Now 1 second. Got weird stuff going on in my. There we go. All right, we're good.
I mean, like just the more generic ones, like face the word. Yeah, the ones you already know because you have seen that a couple of times already. Yeah, that would be, maybe that's possible. I don't know.
Sorry, what was that?
Katie was asking to put some of these events on the surprise events on the Memory League Hunt section to make it playable for everyone. And the generic ones, the ones which are not so new anymore, these ones could be up there. Yeah. And yeah, in the meantime here, Simon and Naser with a very, very entertaining close match. Naser needs two words, while Simon has the lead here because he stopped the clock earlier. And Matteo did 30.
Look at that. Yeah.
Very well. See, Naser has still 20 seconds, but that looks not like he's figuring it out. Interesting stuff, right? That international, I mean, it feels more like national names because you have something prepared for that, kind of. Yeah. And yeah, the chat with Enrico and Matteo is completely Italian. So let's see if we can recognize something. Manco le ho viste tutte, men male c'è capitato parole. No, I cannot read anything. I think this is a bit bromance here. I don't know.
Complimenting each other for sure.
Yeah. Maybe sometimes it's better that we cannot read it. So Matteo gets the point and Simon gets the point.
Okay. Yeah, I guess if I'm looking on the, before the delay, if I just go on the Memory League site and click on it that way, I could, translate the chats ahead of time.
Yeah, but you have the delay, right?
Yeah. I just missed. That's all right.
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, I doubt that they have a deep philosophical
Right.
talking points here. Okay, let's see if everything is good here. If people are ready. Naser is ready. His choice next is images. Yeah, nice start for Simon. And nice start for Naser. Let's see what Simon approaches here on the images. Usually he is kind of often going slow on images, let his opponent make a mistake. Let's see. And Enrico and Naser on a cards game.
Okay.
Naser quicker, close, but quicker.
Yeah, Nasser sat with those last 4 images for a couple extra seconds there, it looks like, but he still had a faster time.
Whose choice was that? Enrico's choice, right? Just to make sure that I'm not mistaken here. Where is Enrico? Yeah, Enrico was number 3 in this tournament. Yeah. Okay, back to the match.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised if with Naser and Simon it doesn't play out pretty predictably with this. With the times like that, it should be pretty straightforward, 30 out of 30. But we'll see.
Okay, Enrico starts with some wrong cards, but that's, I think, nothing to worry about. Matteo the same, because what they do is usually that they, Matteo, for example, he memorizes the value of the last cards and not necessarily the suit. So he would, as soon as he sees the real 9 of hearts, or yeah, then he would know, no, the real 9 of spades, then he would be able to fix that problem here. Yeah, right. And so far, Matteo has changed to a 2-card system with 1,300. Yeah, which one is also saying that. Naser has some problems here. He mixed 2, and Simon with 18 seconds can extend his lead here.
Yeah.
If he gets it. But last images are the hardest. Because usually in the last, maybe, which are the least safe about it. But Naser figuring it out. Let's see if he is. Naser clicks finish and does his job perfectly in the end. That was good.
Right.
Good fix.
Oh, yeah. Simon still had a swap anyway, so.
Yeah, 28.
Right.
Oh, it's also fixing it. Okay, fixing time. Very nice. It's the only thing what I recognize from the chat here. Because Enrico Matteo already done is that one goes to the bathroom. That's the only sentence in English. Now my microwave is going to be cleaned. So 30 to 28 and 1-1 for Naser and his opponent, and Enrico the same. Okay, 1-1 in the other match. Naser gets the point. Enrico gets the point. Okay. What about seating positions? Naser, you're always on the floor. I'm pretty sure it's also more common in Saudi Arabia to sit on the floor, so people are more used to it. But have you worked with that, different options, Wesley?
Yeah, I guess I haven't really. One thing I've been trying is to try. I'm not really sitting differently, but just to train myself for like an in-person competition, especially with words, I'll try to memorize the words in one room and then move to a different room for recall. Like I've been doing stuff like that because we all have that thing. You walk through a door and you forget what you were doing. So I've been trying to kind of train that. But the actual sitting position, it's just in a chair, sometimes headphones, sometimes not. I haven't tried sitting on the floor. If I'm trying to squeeze an extra half second out of myself at a certain point, once I get under 30 for a deck, then I'll maybe start messing with that stuff. But right now I'm just normal.
Interesting. So you're really putting yourself to the test here with changing the room and so on. And I think that's also some kind of advice I always give people when I work with people is, for example, if you learn for your exam or something, it's always, I think it's a good advice to say, don't always just review at home, but go outside, go into another building to a friend and review there as well, because otherwise your brain is so much adapted to the place where you memorize or where you learn, and when you go outside and you are in the final exam, then you're just suddenly in a completely different place and you feel like, wow, I forgot everything. I think that's one reason why a blackout might appear, that your brain is so used to do that in this situation that it just fails then when it comes down to the other situation.
For sure. And we're just now finishing memo and international names. Simon, just about a quarter of a second faster than Naser there. All right. So we'll see what happens there. Yeah, I was thinking about that kind of thing, because that's the basis of a lot of this stuff. You're using the spatial part of your brain, of course, and so even just like making sure you're not eating the same food every time you're training. I feel like even that, just breaking away any kind of hard association that might throw you off if you're in a different environment is super important. Well, not super important, but could probably help.
Yeah, I agree. So my physiotherapist is coming right now. I will keep track on clicking on the right pages here so you can follow everything. And Wesley, then I leave you here for the next like 20 to 30 minutes.
Okay.
Hope you are good here, and just keep on talking.
All right.
Okay, good luck. See you later.
Gotcha. Yeah, thank you. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, going into the recall there, Enrico, just with the first letter. So you can go back and fill those in. Matteo's still taking part of his recall time, just hands on his face, thinking. Let's see how that goes. Okay. And Naser and Simon are still pretty close on inner names. It's hard to tell what's going to happen there. Just a slight edge time-wise for Simon. Enrico rapidly filling in those words. He's looking good, but Matteo has a faster time. This is going to be really interesting, actually. Let's see. All right. Looks like Matteo has a swap in the first two. Don't see that from him a lot. And then some sort of a tenser ending difference on word 4. But Enrico's looking good, pretty fast on the recall here so far. Okay. Less than a minute left in recall and words. Simon thinking for a while here. Can he get that 3-name gap? Let's see. Can he close it? He's thinking. He's got his hand in the air. He's thinking, oh my gosh. Enrico's looking really, really good on the words, but Simon's thinking. Looks like Naser's going to take it, but yeah, four more names in 10 seconds. Probably not going to happen there. Let's see. Yep. Naser wins. International names 19-15. Oh my goodness. Wow. Yeah, Enrico is doing very well right now with the words. I don't know if Matteo's going to have time to fix a little bit of errors there. It's recall coming to an end. And Enrico takes it. There you go. Oh, man. Wow. In the chat, Enrico's saying that he wasn't serious. Yep. There you go. Well, gonna be choosing the next event pretty soon. We'll see what happens. But that was, especially in words, Enrico taking it there. That was good. 46 and 60. Not having to go at the full ability quite yet, but that was enough. Yeah, Zorgan saying in the chat, Vishva is not only winning World Memory Championships in India, he also wins drops on Twitch. He's just a winner. I'm sure there's many things he wins. That's how it is, right? When you're excellent in one thing, you're probably excellent in many things. That's just how you are. You see that from these people, these world champ types. My gosh. Well, here we go. Enrico and Matteo are going to be starting numbers. Of course, both very, very strong in numbers. So that should be a good round. Here we go. Okay. I don't know if Enrico's playing to review, but it looks like he's going to be going through quicker than Matteo, who's really taking his time here. All right, just under 20 for Enrico. Matteo more thorough with these. Meanwhile, 10 seconds till we start with names for Naser and Simon. Yeah, Matteo's going to be taking the full minute on numbers, it looks. Yes, like they both, yeah. Huh. All right, recall starting in numbers. Looks like we might be finishing up. Naser doing one more go through on the names. And we'll see. Yeah. I feel like names are probably a little harder to predict than the numbers. But, you know, Enrico and Matteo are very close in numbers, so that's hard to predict, too, for this matchup. We'll see. And there you go, 80 out of 80 for Enrico. Will he hit enter? Probably. So he'll take that one. Congratulations to Enrico. Just a casual little sub 20 there early on here today. It'd be nice if Matteo just for confidence and just to be able to do it could get the full 80. I'm sure he will. Let's look at names. Can't really tell much at the moment. And at least on my part, I can read the English words for Simon. So some of these, of course, I have, you know, images for. I just did my first 30 out of 30 yesterday, so it'd be interesting to see if he does miss a name, if it would be the same kind of name I might mess up on. Something like Eddie. I don't really have a clear image for Eddie, but I think every other name here I'd have something for. Katie saying in the chat she uses pegs for images. I did not know that. That's incredible. I did not know that. I know that people do that, of course, but, you know, seems like the closer I get to, like, you know, 15, 14 seconds in images, the more it's like it's harder to have methods. You just sort of go with it sometimes. Both at 20, both at 21 in names, Naser and Simon. Very similar in time. Are they going to be similar in score? Naser just pulled. Oh my gosh. This is hilarious. The second Naser puts in a name, Simon puts it in. It's like he's watching. I know he's not, but it's like he's watching him. That's crazy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Katie, not sure about the best method. Well, yeah, it seems like right when you lock down what the best method is, somebody else does it with a different method. You know, that's how it goes. You know, just like way back in the day, we all figured out PAO, and then 2-card came around. You know, yeah, Loki for images. It's. I mean, I'm consistent, but I'm not fast, so I'm still, you know, I'm still figuring it out there. Anything under 20 seconds is still good for me, and that's how it goes. So Simon and Naser. Naser gets 30 out of 30. There we go. And it was the fastest time, so that should be some solace to Simon, of course. You've been in this situation a lot. If you can't remember the last two names, you hit enter anyway, and you see a guy 30 out of 30 with a faster time, at least you know it wouldn't have mattered. So, okay. All right, thank you, Vishva. When you were using peg method, you were same. All right. I'm glad we're getting some advice from the pros over here in the chat, because too often I spend all this time reading about images or whatever event on Art of Memory, and it's like you wish you could ask these people directly what's going on in their heads, you know. So we're still not hitting enter yet in names, but I mean, it does look like Nasa's going to take it. Of course. Halfway through the memo time allotted for Enrico and Matteo, also doing names right now. Okay, 43 for Enrico. Okay. Probably a comfortable time for him. Matteo, just like with the numbers, taking the full minute here. Grabs the last 3, 60 flat. There you go. Yep. A system breakthrough, Simon says. Absolutely. We're seeing it here. We got 21 viewers and we're seeing it here. She's spilling her secrets, guys. Write this down. She made a mistake. She let it slip. All right. Enrico filling in the first letter here for names. Filling up, looks like 3 names in that bottom right corner, just to have those written down for when you're able to assign them later. Matteo just kind of pausing here. We'll see what he ends up doing. Not sure yet. And he is locked in this score. Yeah. All right. Love how focused he looks. I remember this last time I commented. He's very, I mean, they're both, they both have these stoic expressions going through here. All right. Enrico chipping away 21, 22, 23. And Matteo, the tortoise and the hare. Who will win? Okay. Lots of discussions of methods in the chats. Love to see it because I need that help too. I'm only just now 80 out of 80 in numbers, full deck, not quite 50 out of 50 in words, but 30 out of 30 in numbers. I mean names. So, I'm still working on accuracy over speed sometimes, but all right, 30 out of 30 in names. Enrico having a good day today against Matteo. Look at that. But again, you'd like to see it. If Matteo could also do 30, that'd be great. But Enrico's going to take it for names. And then Simon and Naser going through the words, both of them just pairs, of course. And the full minute. Not quite for Naser. 55 and 56. There we go. Okay. Division 1, maybe. Thank you, Katie. I got to figure out what my goals are, I mean, of course, I'm going to be doing U.S. champs this year. And so that, to me, is the main thing that I practice is just the events for that. But I do want to do more Memory League. Competing would be fun. Commentating is also fun, though. So no matter what I end up doing here on Memory League, I'm going to be having a good time. Still not Enrico and Matteo. Matteo's still sitting there, seeing if he can figure it out. He has a swap here with those 2 female names, and then the other spots here are left blank. So I don't know if he's going to be able to recall that in 32 seconds now, but either way, Enrico takes it. Wow. 3:10 left on recall for words, and Naser already up at 20. Very close in time. I'm going to be real interested to see how that goes. Sorgon asking if I'm going to do Division 3. Maybe. I have the time. I definitely have the time. So I guess maybe I should. The thing is, because this is Memory League. We're doing Memory League right now. That's what we're talking about. But me personally, I'm not sure how distracted I want to get by that just because of my own personal goals. I love Memory League, but if I look at, some of the people that were at US Champs last year, it seems like a lot of them spent a lot of time in Memory League, which is great, but they didn't spend as much time simulating the Tea Party event or really practicing keeping up with their palaces for something like a long-term memo or 15-minute words is something we do there. So I'm cautious about entering into full-on Memory League because I don't want it to take up too much time from the simulations and the way that I train the national events. So we'll see. Can the competitor use ear protector? Oh yeah. 50 out of 50 words for Naser. Look at this lad. Look how easy it is for him. Wish I could do it. That is great. And oh my goodness, are we going to get a 50 from Simon as well? I think we are because we have enough time. He's scrolling through. He's about to hit that red word there. All he did was add an R at the end. He'll probably get it. He'll probably get it. Zorgon, yes, although Memory League can help being hyped on Memory Sports. This is true, and this is why I am really trying to push my TikTok account, because these people love. Oh, Simon skips past the word. It wouldn't have mattered anyway because his time's not as fast as Naser's, but still, to get 49 out of 50 in words is one of the most frustrating things on Memory League, isn't it, guys? 49 out of 50 words. You go back no matter what the time is, and it's a little disappointing, you know. I wish I could see his reaction here, but the camera's on Naser, so oh boy. Yeah, he puts his hand, yeah, there. Naser's happy about that one, of course. Good stuff here today. Wow. What are we going to do next, guys? What event are we going to do next? Enrico and Matteo flipping through it. Words, images, numbers, names, enter. Not cards. Maybe cards? Not cards. It is names. Boom. Let's go. Going through it. Similar pace so far. Matteo just an inch away from the camera. Enrico looking like he might be blocking sunlight from his face, or just using his hand to focus there. Here we go. 30 seconds left in memo. Is Matteo going to do a review, or is he done? He's probably going to be done, right? Yeah, he's done. 34 seconds for the names there. Very fast. Okay. Looks like he's repeating it to himself. He's ready to go in. Enrico with 49. Should be comfortable for him, maybe. We'll see. Okay, recall starting in just a second now. Katie won 5,000 coins in roulette. Fantastic. I do not know how that works, but good job. Nice speed, Matteo. Absolutely. That is, he didn't blink. He didn't blink. He was right there. He was inside of his computer watching those names go by. This dude is one with the names. I think he can do it. But Enrico can also probably do it. And if Matteo messes up on one, that's it, right? That's how this goes. So let's see. And we're just starting the memorization on numbers for Naser and Simon. Naser with the 2 pairs, Simon with the 2 trios. It's always interesting to see people with different methods and numbers. You know, sort of go back and forth with the speed sometimes. Oh, Simon, 16.3. My goodness. And a part of me wants to root for him just because I use 6 digits per Loki. I know it's a different thing. He's got 2 sets of 3. I'm just doing 6-digit PAO, but it's still fun to see that kind of thing in numbers. But Naser, you know, he can do 10 seconds. So we'll see. But all that matters first is 80 out of 80, right? So let's see what happens there. Going back into names, I'm checking, and we are neck and neck. They are. You're seeing on the chart. They're going up and down and up and down. This is. Oh my goodness, these guys are doing this on purpose, man. They're keeping us on our toes. Why do they do this? Why do they make it so unpredictable? Simon says, I think Alex blinks with every key press, doesn't he? Well, you know, I don't. I wonder. I always look. I mean, I'm not going, world record speed, but I'm always like looking up. When I finish stuff, like between every low key, I kind of look up a little bit. I don't know about blinking though. Not sure. Like taking a photo, which is what people think we do. People are like, oh, he's taking a mental screenshot. Like, no, dog, we're using methods. All right, 30 out of 30 from both of them. Love to see it. This is amazing. Look at this, 34 and 49, and they're both getting 30 out of 30 names. They gotta be happy with that. Obviously, Matteo more happy, but I'm happy with it. I'm happy because I'm watching it. It's amazing. All right, nobody's made any mistakes yet in numbers. Simon is gonna win numbers against Naser. I apologize for sounding so surprised. That's awesome, though. That is amazing. Look at that. 16.3. Naser hit it in cruise control for a minute, taking it down to 26, but that was not the right move because Simon will take it. Congratulations. And I like to see that. We have numbers and we have names, and we have 30 out of 30 and 80 out of 80 from both competitors. Accuracy through the roof today. Grande Matteo, says Katie. I'm hyped. This is great. Yeah, I mean, haven't hit enter yet in numbers. They both are sitting there with 80 out of 80, looking through it, not touching the computer, just watching it, watching the recall clock go down now to 2 minutes. But they have it. Simon always looks so stressed out, man. He's got it, but he's still he's still just sitting there with his elbows on his desk, just And that's how he's been. It doesn't hurt him though, because he's been doing this for many years, and he hasn't hasn't rage quit yet. He just stays focused and he improves. He's great. Oh, okay. Can we hit enter? Can we be done with numbers, guys? They're fun to look at, but you did them all. 80 out of 80. You're good. Hit enter. Katie redeemed Let It Snow. All right. All right. Simon wins, and with a rating boost there for a top 5 recent. Congratulations, Simon. He should be very happy with that. Yeah, drink that water. You deserve it. Good job, Simon. Okay. And memorization starts for images. Enrico and Matteo. Enrico with the pairs. Matteo one by one. Just click, click, click. Going through. That's a great one from Simon. Yeah, Katie. To me, that's the highlight. Sub 10 from Matteo. 11.1 for Enrico. Ooh. Now, will we see 30 out of 30 from this? I don't know. You wouldn't see it from me on either of these times, but from them, well, I don't know. I mean, images, this, like all these events, maybe there's a little bit of luck here and there. Sometimes I get a crazy run on images. Something like 13 seconds for me is crazy, and I almost clinch it, and then I don't. So 11 might not be impossible to see one day, but right now this is far and beyond what I can do. 30 for both, you think, Vishva? I think so too. You know what? Let's stay positive. You did a crazy 2x sub 10 too. Yeah. I mean, I wonder, are we going to get to a point like, in a year or 2 years, are we going to get to a point where sub 10 is just kind of normal? I think that's always going to be amazing. It's like the Rubik's Cube. Back in the day, if you did it in under 10 seconds, you got a standing ovation. Now that's absolutely nothing, so we'll see. Just now starting the recall there. Memo in 15 seconds for the cards, Naser versus Simon. This is going to be really interesting. Of course, Naser has some faster times in cards, but Simon's consistent with cards. I think he should go sub 20 for this to be a good chance for him. Well, we'll see. Yeah, I do, Katie. That was sort of my first thing with memory, was I learned how to solve a Rubik's Cube blindfolded, including memorizing it. I can solve a Rubik's Cube blindfolded consistently under a minute. My best is 40 seconds. And I can also do like the bigger ones, 4x4 and 5x5 blindfolded. I wish more people got in. I was talking with Nelson Dellis the other day. he can kind of do it, but he sort of dropped it. But it's super fun. And then I do all the other events too. You know, I can solve a regular Rubik's Cube in like 6 seconds. Naser gets 18.5 in cards. Simon is taking his time. I guess that is the move. I mean, it's hard to tell, right? Do you want to bring the most out of yourself with somebody who's like a little bit faster than you, or do you just play it safe if you know that guy's having a good day? It's a hard call to make sometimes. I've never had to make it, but I can imagine it's a hard call to make. No, Simon, it's cool that you know what that is. Yeah. I don't use three style. I know it. I know kind of how it works. I every now and then I'll find myself in a situation where I know a three style alg just from practice, but I'd say 9 out of 10 solves I have are just M2 for edges and a Rosgo for corners, if you know what that is. And yeah, I mean, I have some videos on my YouTube channel. I have some videos on, well, just like 1 or 2 videos on TikTok, but yeah, I solve a Rubik's Cube blindfolded pretty consistently under a minute. And then for the 4x4, I think I did 6 minutes for that. That was pretty good. I was happy with that. You did a blind solve. Your son's faster than you, Katie? You should. He probably knows, right? That Charlie Egan's got the world record. He got the first sub 12 in 3 blind like 5 or 6 days ago. It was also world record average. It was amazing. It was like a 14-second average. Doing the recall here. Both of them making no mistakes so far with the deck, Naser and Simon. And we are just now starting images with Enrico and Matteo. 15 seconds till memo. We'll check on that in a second. Simon looking like he's going to get the full deck. You know, I don't know if he's going to hit enter, but he's going to finish this deck quicker. Naser has some more spots to fill there. All right, Simon's got 52. Let's see. I think Naser's probably got it at this point, doesn't he? Not calling it yet, but yeah, he has it. Naser takes cards from Simon with an 18-second solve, we'll say. All right, another 10 seconds for the images memo from Enrico. This is, see, yes, his gameplay is unpredictable, Vish, but that's the thing. That's what I was saying. He's doing this on purpose. He's doing it for us. He's not doing it for Enrico. He's not even doing it for himself. He's doing it for us. I believe it. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, images for me, guys. Maybe you can relate to this. You can slow yourself down with numbers and cards, probably words too. You just sort of take more time with your locations. For images, if you get used to a certain speed, I feel like it's kind of harder to slow down. Like if I do images in like 20 seconds and now I have to do it in a minute, I kind of don't know how to spend that extra time. And I just end up confusing myself if I do like a review. So it's kind of hard to, I'd want to ask Matteo about that, going down to 37 seconds on images. It's like, how do you even, because your brain wants to go a certain speed, doesn't it? It's used to it. So slowing it down just feels a little weird, I would think. But maybe for him it doesn't. I mean, look at this. These guys, you get 30 out of 30 here, so I guess no problem there. Good to practice different speeds in training so you can take on different opponents. Yes, and that's the kind of thing I guess I'd have to think about if I started doing league stuff more. It's strategy. It is a strategy game, this memory stuff. And this is why I'm trying to push this so hard on people that like esports and GeoGuessr stuff. It's like, even if you're not really, really good at memory, this is exciting. And I mean, at US Champs, the last event, Double Decker Bus, it's like a standoff. It's last man standing. The first person to get a card wrong is out. Now it's down to 2. Who can, this is just naturally captivating television, I think. And hopefully, definitely, it will grow. But hopefully it will grow soon. And hopefully I could be a part of that. Getting close to my subscriber goals over there, Social media is annoying, but it is necessary. Well, there we go. Both of them 30 out of 30. Vishwa called that. He was right. Enrico is having a good day. Yeah. Enrico asking for 5 minutes. They're going to take a minute for the next event. So we'll be waiting here for a minute, taking a little bit of a break from those two battling it out. It's always good to see them, to see these two national comrades, this friendly rivalry we have. Not super friendly, but, you know, if Enrico wins, hard time for me to play. Yeah. You've played harder times, though, haven't you? You got it. How you guys doing in the chat? Is this unfolding the way you thought? Oh, man. I should have brought some water in with me. Oh, there we go with the ear check. Ready for the next. Naser stretching, taking a lap. Not quite a victory lap, more of just my legs hurt from doing this lap. I guess they're talking right now in the Zoom, trying to finish the ear check up. I can't hear any of that right now. But it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch because, you know, when I'm on TikTok, one of the most common questions I get asked is, what does the inside of your ear look like? And we are here to answer those questions. Show us your ears. This is cool, though. It's good. It's good to be back, guys. It is 6:25 a.m. here in Miami, where I am having the honor to do this while Johannes gets his physical therapy. All right. I need to get on TikTok, not to see inside people's ears, though. You know, Katie, people get on TikTok for all sorts of reasons, and we're not here to judge. Yeah, it's not. I mean, I don't use it that much, honestly. I mean, I have to use it as a creator now, but like, it's nothing I had any interest in until I, you know, won U.S. champs, and then I was like, well, I have to do some sort of social media, and there, I think Nelson kind of has the market cornered on YouTube with Ron White and John Graham every now and then. So I was like, well, I got to do TikTok. So now I blew up on TikTok somehow. I see more than enough years. Yes. Okay. Okay. That's true. For you, you've definitely had your fair share. How to stream on TikTok. It's hilarious because when I try to teach people how to do it, they click off. But then I'll do like a round of numbers and I come back and like 200 people are watching. So they like watching it, but they don't like learning how to do it. The moment you try teaching the general populace memory, they're like, oh, no, that's crazy. I can't do that. I have a bad memory. And I'm sure every single one of us here could relate to that. It is, I mean, it's like, it's frustrating, but at the same time, you know, what are you going to do? I mean, I also run a pretty decent marathon, and then I tell people like, oh no, my knees can't handle it. And, you know, I feel like you can train that too. You can train your legs to withstand the, you know, the pain and the toil. So Simon and Nass are going to do international names. International names. Who knows? Who knows how that'll go? I mean, they're both strong. They're both very strong in international names. Simon getting 29 at one point, at least one point. Probably 30 in training he's done. But I don't know. Well, Katie says, I find that weird. I did memory coaching for a bit. A lot of people tried, and it said it wasn't how they thought and gave up. Really? I've had a couple of people I've been doing Zoom calls with. There's a lawyer I've been working with. He's been paying me to he's been sending me stuff, like a lot of documents, and I'm sort of coming back to him with how I would organize it in a mind palace and memorize it. And he's really enjoying the process. And I feel like if you let yourself enjoy the process and you get into it, it should be fun and enjoyable. But yeah, hopefully I don't have to encounter that with like personal people being disappointed. But I mean, I guess I did already have some of that. Somebody reached out to Nelson, and Nelson said, you know, they didn't like Nelson's price, so Nelson referred them to me. And then I told him my price, which is the cheapest around. You'll never find a coach cheaper than me. And then And he was like, "Oh, I guess I'll just read a book or something." I'm like, I mean, okay. I've never read a memory book in my life, and I'm progressing, but okay. You do you. I don't want to knock that. Everybody has their own, and you know, to his credit, he was pursuing memory. He just didn't want to pay for it. And I mean, we all have our ideas of how much we want to put into something if we consider it a hobby, you know. Like I want to be better at chess, but I'm not going to pay for a coach right now because I don't care about it that much. So whatever, it's like that. Yes, Simon, I have made that joke several times. I am the Walmart version of Nelson, and I will. That's exactly how I would advertise myself, you know. And that's what I tell. I don't think he does it, but I was like, yeah, tell people I'm the Walmart version of you. And he's like, I'm not going to do that. And I'm like, no, you should though, because that's what it is. You know, we're both from Miami. We both won the U.S. champs, but I'm worse. So I'm the Walmart version of Nelson. In my city, went out for memo training. No one cares. Yeah, and I think we'll get. It's a slow grind, and I know I'm one of. I think everybody here has been in the sport longer than me, so you know this even more than me, of course. But it is a very slow grind. But I think, of course, we'll get there. It'll be at the level of something like GeoGuessr, or maybe even chess one day, where you go into the chess.com app and you see all these live games. I really, really, really wish that Lumosity, it would just be for like one day a year if they wanted to start with US champs, you know. You go into the Lumosity app, you can do all your stuff, but then on the front page there, boom, there's a link to the live stream. I mean, so easy on their end. It seems like a win-win, but they don't want to do it. Yeah, 4 years already, Vishva. Nice. Yeah, 30 Inter is I think I called that. Yeah, I did. That was my highlight was I called Vishva doing the 30 out of 30 Inter. That was back when I didn't know nearly as much about Memory League. You know, I was fresh off my win from US, and I really didn't train on Memory League that much back then. So I thought, and I still do think international names, if you're good at that, you're amazing. But 30 out of 30 was just something I did not expect to see live. That was fun to see. Yeah. You never really? You never got 30 in practice? Wow. That's really interesting. I just assumed, you know, because all of my PRs that I've done, like, well, I mean, I don't have the pressure of like a world championship type thing, but like, you know, if I'm up against a lot of these people, I've like Naser, you know, I've trained with him, and you know, I've PR'd, but I know that I've done better in practice. So we are up to 23 names for Simon, who took the full minute on international names. Naser hasn't gotten up to 10 yet with 46, and we only have 30 seconds left in the memo. Safe to say, unless something historic happens, Simon is winning international games against Naser. That is cool. So that's going to close that gap a little bit. I guess that'd be 5-3 on that scoring, right? All right. Well, guys, look at that. There they go with their water breaks. That, you know, Vishwa, now that you're here, I never told you this, I think. That was something early on in my memory journey that I read, where you were talking about the importance of staying hydrated. You said that in the, was it New York Times? I think there was an article with you, and you said that staying hydrated was very important because you're sub-vocalizing, you're sort of like saying stuff to yourself, even just like silently, you're moving your lips. And so staying hydrated is important when you're doing high speeds. And I tried it, and it immediately worked. And so thank you for that. I never told you that was like a key thing for me, because I don't know, I'm sub vocalization, you know, that's the challenge that keeps on giving, because you want to, sub vocalizing is like a part of strengthening an image, but you don't want to have a 5-syllable person if you're doing PAO and stuff like that. Oh, you didn't see that, Katie? Yeah, this is I think they may have. It may have been like the headline or like the sub line or something. Like early on in there, it was like he said, you know how they try to get you with that and it's just how it is journalism with the main people. It's like, for me, they were like from Cheesecake Factory menu to world or memory champion. They want to put something in there that's surprising. So yeah, this champion says he drinks water. Here's how that can help you. That kind of thing. Yeah, exactly, Katie. Yeah. It's like, Lance Shearhart was really pushing sub vocalization, and in one of Nelson's videos like 5 years ago or something, he wasn't really like, taking a stance against it, but he was saying like you don't need to just like, yeah, you want to ideally you see a number, you see a card, and boom, there's the person. But it's not enough to just see them. You have to also just do a little bit of work just to strengthen that. Right. So that's what sub vocalization is. So we are just now starting images from Naser and Simon, memorization ending on words, both of them almost taking the full minute there. Matteo and Enrico. Let's see. All right, 17 to 14 on images. Well, might be a little bit of a push for Simon. Probably not, but maybe. It is surprising to see Naser take a slower time for images. But I guess, I shouldn't be surprised by anything at this point. We're just getting started and already stuff. And names, I almost shout the names in my head. You shout them in your head? Like okay, because I mean the image you want to be loud, but like the names themselves, you think you shout in your head? Interesting. Yeah, Simon, oh man, I didn't realize it was that much of a stretch. But yeah, I was saying that would be a push, 14. Yeah. Yeah, Katie, I don't know, when I say image, I'm just saying like, I mean, if I see someone named James, I think chains. So I focus on the chains being pretty loud. So I didn't know if by loud you meant that, but if you're just shouting the name, then I get it. Yeah, okay. Oh, right, because we're talking about doing the you're doing Mind Palace stuff for that, right? You're doing Loki for the names. Okay. Right. Yeah. Okay. Of course. No, I get that. I get that. Yeah. I remember you saying that, I think it was you on Art of Memory. You were talking about like, it might be useful to look through the periodic table because, a lot of elements, you have these letter pairs that you would not normally see in like your native language possibly. So it'd be good if you could, distill two letters into just like, you know, an element. And that's something that with like a lot of things I've sort of kept in the back of my mind, but I haven't utilized it yet. I need to, but I'm scared of enter, so I didn't. Yeah, Simon's having a little trouble here. Naser has only one image wrong in there, and it's not even a flip yet, so he might catch that. Make the molecules out of the elements. Oh my God, Simon, that is you can't. Can you do that? I guess. I mean, I like that. I like that a lot. That's really cool. I don't know if I could actually do that. This is insane. We got up to 46 with words. Enrico is killing it in words. I mean, he's having a little trouble here, but I don't know. Matteo's filling them up pretty quickly. We have less than a minute left, but this gap could get closed on words. Let's check back on images. I'm a little scared to check. Yeah. Oh, well, okay. Simon made his way up almost to 20. It wasn't me, but yeah, cool idea. Lynn Kelly had a similar idea. Yeah, it was like a thread, I don't remember. But yeah. I think you were like the only name that I knew in there. I think that's why I thought it was you. Yeah, making molecules. That is really funny. I mean, it's brilliant, actually, Simon. But I don't know, because at that point you're just learning a lot of chemistry. You might as well apply that to other things as well. All right. Well, that was great. Look at that, 46 to 46 in words there. Matteo with the faster time. Absolutely incredible. Oh man, Enrico's just beat himself up. Should have hit end sooner, I guess, but especially if you didn't even see the last two words, you could have taken 2 seconds out of that of effort probably, but can't knock him too hard. You got 46, and my best is still 45. So that was great. What we just saw from Enrico and Matteo in words right there. Simon trying in the last 15 seconds to make something happen, but Naser not with a perfect score, but with a 27 will take images. Barium, sodium, sodium. Yeah. Oh. Okay, Katie. Okay. This is a chemistry stream, guys. Thank you for joining us. This is Chemistry Sports TV. We are here looking at H2O and flipping it around, O2H. Upside down, inside out, doing everything we can with every molecule. I was just at Disney World. If anybody understands that O2H reference, that's amazing. Probably not, though. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So we're doing cards, guys. Enrico and Matteo. This is it. This is the one that all the TikTokers like. They don't even like to see it that fast. They just like to see it full. A full deck is amazing to most people. Well, Enrico looks like he's going pretty fast. All right. Backtracking, double checking. We're okay. I gotta learn more about Enrico's methods. That was got 2 sets of 4 cards at the end there to just get under 30. Okay. 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 Slow and steady, Matteo. Okay. What do we have going on in words? Let's find out. Memo in 3, 2, 1. Naser versus Simon. We're doing words. I think that fifth word there we saw before. I think I recognize that. My German is improving. I recognize a word. What does it mean? How do you say it? I don't know, but I recognize it. Simon doing a review here. Okay. I thought he was going to hit enter. I thought he was going to do a crazy time for words for a minute there. But he's doing a review. My best right now, I did 45 words in a minute is my best. I think I've done 45 words like 4 times or something in a minute. And I've never done a review. I should probably experiment with that if I want to improve. But this is what's cool about streaming. You learn from all these experts over here. Looking at cards with Enrico and Matteo, we're not seeing any reds yet. Everybody has the right cards in. Enrico is throwing those cards down real fast. He is jogging his memory with something. He was putting them in there, and then these last 10 or so, he just threw in like a second. That was cool. Oh yeah, where's
Hi, Wesley, by the way. Hi.
what's
Hi. How are you doing? I hope you're fine. Everyone is fine.
yeah? Did you hear any of it?
I heard you here and there, not the full commentary, but you were talking full time, so that was really cool to hear.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm glad you approve. I tried to do something there. Tried to make it fun.
I think a pretty amazing job. People were talking here in the chat. That's important.
Yes.
Cool. So yeah, just update me, please.
Well, 5-3 in the first set, Enrico versus Matteo. They had a tie on words for a minute. It was like a 2-second difference. You know, it was the full 60 and then 57 seconds, but so that had to break the tie on words. And then Simon went for pretty fast images there. He tried to do sub 15, which he has not done in a long time, so it didn't quite work out. So even though Naser got only 27:30, he took it with images a minute ago, and yeah, mostly images where some really impressive stuff has been happening. But yeah, 5-3 now, 1-1 in the first set, and then with Simon and Naser's leading 1-1 in the second, 5-2 in the first. So yeah, there you go.
Nice. Yeah. I was, of course, also following here, and it was really cool to see that just editing, well, directing here the video feeds is also cool to just do that. Sometimes maybe Wesley, we can do that more often. You talk and I do the editing or the directing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You can do that. You can take the neck massage and let me drive. I got it.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what I wanted. Yeah. So yeah, very entertaining here. And Nasser, yeah, and Simon seems to have a good start into the second set now. When if we gets the 50 here or 49, then he gets a point. Then it's 2-1.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's less common to see him go fast, but it's a word attack. He's attacking right now. This is great.
And the others on images. Yeah, these images here between the other two, this is also always entertaining. Quite quick. And there was a question about capital letters, if they help in German, because you have, for nouns, you have capital letters, if that helps somehow. And I'd say that it's hard to say, because of course I'm very used to it. And wow, look at this timing here. That was also very close. 10.8 to 10.5. But
Yeah.
But I agree that sometimes you have the feeling, okay, there was a capital letter word, and then it's maybe a bit easier on the one hand. Yeah. On the other hand, I'm so used to it that I'm not sure if that's really beneficial anymore. I don't know. Yeah.
Interesting.
And for example, the difference is in English, you have like words which are nouns, can be a noun or a verb. In German, it's always either a noun or a verb. For example, a walk. It could be the walk or walking, like walk, just walk to walk. And in German, it could be the march, for example. So someone walking, or to walk, gehen. So I'm not sure if that makes sense, but in English, the one word can be the noun or the verb.
Right.
In German, it can't.
Interesting. I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't think about how stuff like that would make a difference in words, but I guess it does, depending on your language. Yeah.
Exactly. But this is
Yeah.
almost a wide discussion about what is easier, what is more difficult. For example, we also had the discussion about, I'm not sure if anyone tested it, but for example, in Vietnamese, you have a lot of words which are consisting of two words, like, I don't know, two words which are like in French, you have le embonnage. Nee. The snowman in French. Do you know that?
Yeah, like a compound word.
Yeah, you're right, a compound word. And in German, everything is written as one word,
Okay.
kind of. So we can make up words like from compounding words together, but then it's one word. It's like Hochfahrtschiffer Kapitänskajüte. It's actually the cabin of the captain of the ship. Yeah, something like that. But it's one word. It's written in one word.
Wow. Oh, I have heard that before. Yeah. And it's like, yeah. No, I've heard that before. That's exactly it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so we combine words together. And in Vietnamese, for example, or in the words discipline, in the classical format, it usually works like that, that there has to be a word which is written down in one word without a gap, so not the second word, like Eiffel Tower, for example, it's two words, kind of. But in German, it's one word, it's Eiffelturm. It's written together. But in French, it's one word, it's two words, or in English, it's two words. And there's a rule that it should not happen that you have words which are two words at all in the words discipline. But that makes it almost impossible for some languages to have enough words, to find enough words, because some languages really live on or rely on having words combined together into one meaning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that was
Yeah.
that was a discussion lately, because it is so difficult for the translators and for the organizers to get a list of words which works in all languages, different languages, Vietnamese, Japanese, English, German. But every time it's just one word, one single written word, and that's why we are talking about one concept rule. So it's not one word anymore, but one concept. So like Eiffel Tower is one thing, you can point to it. It's the Eiffel Tower. It's two words, but it's one thing. And that is one discussion we had lately in the memory sports world.
Yeah. I wouldn't have thought of that, but I guess there's a lot of unexpected challenges when you're trying to make this work for everybody on Memory League. So I figured it out, but that's interesting.
Yeah, we didn't figure it out yet, but that's something we want to do in the future, because it's so difficult if you have more languages. Especially, for example, in the past, and when I started, there was one discipline, the one event, poem. You had to memorize a poem. And that's quite nice, because it's very real world stuff, right? You can explain that to people. But it's not working if you compare it between different languages, because how do you do the scoring? And sometimes you have more words in one line, you have less words in one line, so it's very difficult to compare that across languages in terms of scoring. And that's why what was one reason why we got rid of it. The other reason was because just kidding, but there was for the German championship, there was always the main sponsor was giving the poem, the text, and it was like a poem about the product. So you memorized, you literally memorized the advertisement for the product word by word.
That's sneaky.
Yeah, I still remember that.
I'm sure. Oh man, they probably thought they were really smart doing that, but that's just kind of.
Yeah.
But yeah, you saw that Simon got 50 out of 50.
Yes.
Seconds, and then we got 30 out of 30 for both of them in images. Matteo and Enrico, yeah. Now we're both doing that. But yeah, I was asked by one of the organizers, just you were talking after I won last year, and they like, if you could bring back one event from like the old days of the US champs, what would it be? And I said poetry, because I thought it'd be a fun way to exercise, more of like a practical application beyond just like numbers or cards. So poetry memorization is something that's pretty interesting to me, but I guess we're not going to have that anytime soon here in the US champions. So, oh well.
Yeah, it definitely works as a local competition for your country. That works pretty nice, because then it's fair and square for everyone. Everyone has the same chances. And the one word rule for words the problem is that if you have a pool of words, which is if everything has to should match in the end, then you decrease your pool of words for the other languages as well, because you cannot use like something like Eiffel Tower. Never, you can never use it in English. And does it make sense? I'm not sure. But if you would say, okay, it doesn't have to match 100% like Katie says, then it might work out. So
Yeah, I guess that's the only way to really reconcile that is you're just going to have to deal with situations where it's not going to be 100%. So it looks like, well, yeah, Nasser's got a faster time and 80 out of 80. So I guess he's going to beat Simon in numbers. We just started the recall a minute ago. Now Enrico just hit 80, also with a faster time against Matteo. So looks like we know how both of those sets are going to go.
Right. Thank you for bringing me back to the match as well. So Enrico seems to draw the match 2-2, the game here and the set, and Naser as well. Then we have 2-2 in both matches in the second set, and which is also very interesting because both matches might go to a match point after the next game, or to a set point, or one that way, the other one that way. Let's see. Because the second set goes to 4, not to 5, because you might have 5 here in the first set, but that's because of the surprise event. Yeah. Wesley, do we have any work to do, or is this the only thing you do today? Just Memory Sports?
So right now it is 6:55 a.m. for me here in Miami. I am scheduled at the Cheesecake Factory 4:45, but I'm also possibly going to be meeting up with somebody for lunch around like 1, but I don't know for sure if that's happening. So at least until noon or 1, I'll be free, and then after that I'll figure out if I actually have plans or not. But for sure I'm working in the evening.
Nice. So then you will stay with this match as for sure. And there's the other match later today. If you can join, you're welcome to join every time. So just let me know. But if not, also fine.
I appreciate it. Yeah, if I'll know with a good amount of time ahead of time if I need to get out early or whatever. But I'll stick around as long as I'm able to, because I gotta do it when I can. We gotta help keep these things going, and it's fun for me learning how all this works at this level, because I'm trying to improve still, especially at stuff like words and international names.
Yeah. So Matteo here, he typed 111 as the last digits. That means he had a problem grabbing those, but I'm not sure what happened here because he just went for 60 seconds. There was nothing which was very common. Let's check the chat here for them. Maybe we can figure something out, or someone speaks Italian and can help us late. So where's the right page for that?
Yeah, I'm seeing it says in the translator, Enrico saying, "Try faster. What do you care? You would have beat me with 20. Oh, not too bad about the grab." And Matteo said, "I did it." Enrico said, "Did you lose focus?" Matteo says, and I don't know if this is translated correctly, but Matteo says, "I got distracted like a dirty dog."
Okay, I got.
Says, "I understand." Matteo says, "Dang it! Like, come on." Matteo says, "Regardless, I have so much to learn from this match." That's what my translator says.
Sounds reasonable. So yeah, they're always a bit of trash talking here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, is all we know.
Yeah. So 2-2 in both matches. Interesting.
Yeah. No, it's fun. You never know.
It definitely is. So let's see what's coming up next. What events I didn't got track of what is still possible to choose here from. So they will surprise us.
He's gonna play Vishva in his biopic.
Vishva in his biopic. I see. Okay. So who is on the list?
Well,
himself, as I can see. Okay.
I've thought about that. Like, you know, if we get enough interest, you know, like a long time from now, is there going to be like a story about you, you know, or about like Dominic O'Brien or Ben Pridmore, like one of the old guys, you know, like not old guys, but like, you know, original. It'd be cool to see like a dramatic biopic about Memory Sports. It'd be kind of funny, but it'd be fun, you know, cool to see.
Yeah, I think there was a discussion about um, having Moonwalking with Einstein as a movie at
Oh,
some point.
yeah, there was like a script treatment like 10 years ago, like a screenwriter like
Mhm.
finished wrote it, but then I guess the studio didn't want it or they weren't able to get the right financing or it fell through, but there was a script for it. Yeah, that's right.
So let's see how they perform here on this national names game. Both under pressure now, especially Matteo, because he is with the, as a German saying is, back to the wall. So with
Right.
the back to the wall, I'm not sure if that's a saying in English too.
Oh, it is. Yeah, you have your back to the wall. Yeah, we say
Mhm.
that.
And he needs that point, otherwise he has match point against himself here. And Simon
Yeah.
Nassar, same. Simon needs to win the game, otherwise he has Nassar has a match point as well.
Oh yeah, I hope Simon can do something fast on cards just to keep it interesting. I'm sure he'll try.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he will.
Oh, looks fast.
Yeah, very fast, like
Oh, very
16.31.
cool.
So top five for Simon is 18.05 recently, or in the
Yeah,
last year.
that would be hard. 16. Maybe he can do it. Who knows?
Interesting also that Nassar is going slow here. He is really just playing it rather safe.
Well, I guess I understand that because I would think, yeah, Simon's gonna try to go for something very, very fast. And I guess he's just hoping that, you know, it'll be uncomfortable because it's an uncomfortable situation for Simon. So I guess Nasser's assuming that that's probably not going to go super well, so he can, you know, take his foot off the gas a little bit, coast in for a 37.
Yeah, right. But it's also always like, okay, I'm thinking that he is thinking that I am thinking, and
Yes.
then it's and then sometimes you never know what happens. So,
Yeah, like poker or chess, you know,
yeah,
you can never be perfect at the game because you can never read minds. That would be the final piece of the puzzle for something like that.
for sure. But then the sport is dead, to be honest. If you can read minds, then there's a point in all that, because then you read just your opponent's mind. But yeah, so sometimes you have the situation that both players go slow, like both players go for 1 minute or something. That's also always
Yeah.
really funny.
And then it's always funny when they see each other's times because
Mhm.
they think that they were the ones going slow, and then it's revealed they both took the full 60 or something, and then it might even be a tie, and then they're like, oh well, shouldn't have
Exactly.
done that, but you know that's why
And
it's up to chance.
Enrico and Matteo making it very, very exciting here for us. 29-29, both on the last name to find. Let's see if they can. Simon, in the meantime, has some gaps here. Let's see if that is a huge gap there in the middle, or if he
Yeah,
can. Does not look so promising yet, but let's wait for it. Still a lot of time.
yeah. And then in names, we're both sitting at 29 with a minute and a half left to recall. So let's see. Don't know how that's going to go for names, but yeah, Simon, you're right. He doesn't have any cards incorrect. He's just taking the time to think real quick.
Yeah, but the point that he has in the second row, he has just a big gap between the 28th card, and then that's a bit bothering me because
Yeah.
NASA was a swap, and he is
Yeah.
unhappy. Yeah, he is unhappy about that.
Well, this is the same thing that happened with images where Simon went extremely fast for his ability, and then you know Nasser actually also messed up and got 27 on images. So, but you know this is the same kind of opportunity where Simon could feasibly, even with the swap, beat Nasser, but he can't afford to get any more wrong than just one swap. So I don't know. Oh my gosh. Matteo did it. 30 names in 37 seconds. Wow. And the world record holder here saying that he's very strong in names. Yeah. Names and images.
Wow, nicely done. 3-2 set point now for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Simon is not getting it done here. 50 cards for Naser. So match point for Naser then.
Well, all right. Looks like Simon is not going to be able to reap the rewards of that time. 16 seconds is yeah, he's throwing it all up. Well, there we go. We found 30 in there somehow with that last one. Uh-oh. Got some issues here.
Yeah, okay, there are some issues about silent chat, and I can also see that. Yeah, then there should be a warning to Naser, and then because it's not allowed to write in the chat, I give you that to see, so you can tell what's going on. So Naser was saying, sorry for slow down. I know this is a reminder. Naser, please don't use chat unless absolutely necessary, silent chat. And then Simon was saying that he don't like it and that the reminder is not a freebie to write anything there. That's true. And yeah, it should then could be also a warning. So we have the rule there that if you write something, usually it is like you get a reminder that you're not allowed to write something. And the second step would be a warning, and third step would be a point deduction. And I mean, of course, it's not good to use the chat here just to knowing you get a reminder and you just do it anyway. But more than a warning, I don't see more than a warning here. Yeah, so I think we should go with a warning, or the supervisor should go with a warning. The point deduction, I don't see that. It's not good, but it's a bit like in other sports when people get the yellow card for something because they do it anyway. I don't know. That's my opinion. Warning, and that's.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we won't have to deal with any of that awkwardness again.
Because I mean, what else? I mean, deduct a point because of that? That doesn't make sense. Not at all to me, to be honest. And I know Simon is thrown off here right now, and he doesn't like that at all. But I mean, Naser shouldn't do that for sure. That's true. And I don't know why he did that, but we should also not put it too high, maybe.
Yeah.
Just keep on going.
Well, it's probably not gonna it's probably not gonna happen again.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it will not. Next time it's definitely a point reduction, but I don't see anything else here than warning.
Also, you know, just since we're in between games right now, and I don't know a lot about Twitch, can you explain to me what this stuff is with like drops and like betting or something, roulette? Like what the people are like playing games on the side here?
Yeah, so drop is just like you put exclamation mark drop into the chat, and then this little snowman or something appears, and then it's like random. It just throws is somewhere and then it flies over the screen. And then you land on the snow here, and you get points if you land in the middle. So it's just a fun game for people to do. And the betting, I don't know, people became addicted to gambling here, kind of. There you have some memo coins. You get these coins for following, for subscribing, for watching and stuff. And at this point, they got they started at some point playing roulette with it, because there's another game, roulette, you can play. It's a 50-50 chance. You win more or you lose. It's just fun, just for fun.
Yeah, I've never been. It's just like TikTok, right? Like TikTok and Twitch. Like, I never did any of this stuff until I kind of had to be part of the community. So I'm still getting the hang of it. But I do know what a taskbar is. I'm with you there. I know this.
And both quick, super quick. Is it Usain Bolt's 9.68? No, 9.68 is his world record.
0.81, I think, was actually.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
It was the win time for, I think, Tokyo from the Italian.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Let me look that up. Oh, well, yes, yeah, no, you're right. 9.81 was, 2016. Usain Bolt did do that. You're right. We were both thinking the same thing. I just couldn't remember which Olympics it was. But yeah, there you go.
So I think the others are still talking about this issue here.
Oh no.
Warning or even more, but I understand that, of course, Naser should not write something because he has to overwrite the chat. That's really not good. He should not do that, but I don't see that it's a point deduction. To me, it's not. But yeah, luckily I'm not the supervisor today, but just the commentator. Sometimes it's nice to not discuss these things.
Yeah, we don't have to be the bad guys deciding.
Yeah, I'm often enough the bad guy, so not today.
Yeah, this is, I mean, seeing both of them do sub 10, this is so fun. I like seeing fast times and images.
Let me see what happens in 5 minutes if they're still talking. Can take a look into the future. Yeah, they will still talk in 5 minutes. That's what happened. My gosh. Okay.
That was a really fast recall from Enrico. He knew what he was doing there. That was great. But oh no, yeah. Wow. Matteo just takes it. Wow.
Well done, and such a quick one here at the end, the recall. Wow. That was strong. So it's 4-2.
Yeah, Enrico says, I don't believe it. Matteo says, oh my God, you can't have boring matches. Then I guess they're going to take a short break, 6 minutes.
Yeah, they will have a break. Let's see what happened.
Yeah, Lalissimo noticing. I guess I missed it. There was a good reaction, I guess, when they saw the screens there. I didn't. Oh, Vishwa, I didn't see. I'll have to go back and look at it. I didn't see the good reaction.
Yeah, unfortunately we can't. But nice one, 4-2.
Wow. Bravissimo.
Yeah, let's see then if they start the second set. They are talking here. Naser were talking. They talk too much here. Yeah, it was also an Out of Memory forum. They sometimes tend to talk to each other here a bit too much instead of playing. I don't know. It's sometimes a bit. They're not the best friends. Let's phrase it like that. They're not good. They're not good friends.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Wow. All right.
I mean, basically, it's just the chat. They wrote something in the chat. And then that's it. And after everything what comes after that was just is now on Zoom, whatever it is.
Well,
It's a bit like I feel I want to go inside there and talk, but I will not. I will hold myself back and will not enter the discussion. Not this time.
yeah. Hopefully they can come to a resolution pretty soon. We have a lot of games ahead of us to get to. Don't really want this to get in the way.
Yeah, because in the end, it's yeah. If I just took another look here, if you read that, so NASA wrote that. That's absolutely unnecessary. I know this is a reminder. Okay, and then Simon Orton, NASA, please don't use the chat. Simon silent chat. So you wrote this despite knowing that is not allowed, and that's what threw him off. He doesn't like that. I think a reminder does not cover that anymore. A reminder is not a freebie to write anything you like. And Simon Orton, who speak, please, you are a reminder too. Okay, NASA was asking if that's a reminder or not, something like that. And to me, if you just read that, of course, NASA should not do that, but it's not more than a warning. How? I mean, just because he knew that, I don't know what is NASA thinking here and why he's saying that. Maybe he wants to just explain himself, why he went slow. Usually you want to go in fast, and he now feels bad about it. I don't know. But in the end, I can't see that you deduct a point for this. This is just threw off the match and doesn't make sense. Sorry,
Yeah.
now I gave my opinion again because I'm a bit.
Yeah, no, you know better than me what's considered normal and fair and all that. But I I'm not gonna talk too much about it because I'm not an expert in this, of course. But I can 100% understand just being in a situation where you feel the need to explain yourself, but it's probably best not to let it wait. So I kind of understand that. Yeah,
But yeah, talking too much about it. At some point, the supervisor makes a decision, and then it has to go that way. That's also part of accepting. I don't know. Sorry.
Yeah.
Let's see what Matteo and Enrico do here in the third set, because that's what we see next here. Matteo not here yet.
Oh, I remember that window now. I remember the bells from the Oceanic one, Asia, whatever it was that I commentated. Remember he had to cover the windows because the bells at the end.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah. True. That was Italy bells. Italian bells. Yeah.
I'm glad that DMV is enjoying this. I am too. I'm glad I could be here. I never really said I feel so bad I was not able to watch Don Michael Vickers beat Alex Mullen because I was excited about that. You know, I mean, I like both of them. I mean, I've never talked to Alex before. He's like one of the only guys in the like memory world that I've never actually talked to before. But I really wish I could have seen that live. That's still so cool.
Yeah, that was really entertaining to watch. And yeah, I'm curious how that works out now for Alex. He has to go down into the repechage bracket, but I think he's far from being out of the tournament. Maybe even he can recover with a bit. Let's say no match is easy here, but of course the opponents in the repechage right now maybe not. These are not the top favorites. So let's see how that works for him and how he goes further in this tournament here. It's really curious about that. Maybe he comes back. Maybe he goes to the final. But maybe not. Let's see. But let's see also what Don is doing. Maybe Don enters the final for immediately. That's also nice to see. So many great athletes here, and that's really cool to see that everyone can win the championship. Not everyone, but many people can win the championship.
Right. Oof.
Let me check the future.
We'll keep trying.
I think they are memorizing in the future. I'm not sure. NASA?
Hopefully.
Yeah, they are doing something. So it's going on here. I'm just asking Simon Orton what did they decide here. Or maybe Simon, you can tell me in the Slack chat if you hear that. I don't have to announce it, but I'd like to know.
Mhm.
And in the meantime, the other set here. So it's
they
Naser
start.
versus Simon names. Set point, match point.
Yeah, this is hopefully they both reset where they can focus on this.
That makes it even more difficult, to be honest, I think.
Oh, for sure.
Because that's the wrong people in the right.
Yeah, I was fully intending on spending New Year's Day doing a lot of memorizing, but then there were some emotional frustrations and things, and it makes it very, very hard to do anything with memory if you're also in the back of your mind deal with something. It's very unfortunate.
Yeah, Don was asking why isn't Simon Naser. There were something to discuss with Simon Orton, who is supervisor today. I'm glad that he is here because he's very experienced, and it would have been hard for someone who's not so experienced to just manage that. And so, yeah, you were late for that. But
Yeah.
now everything seems to work. They are on the national names now, and I hope that both can catch up to their performance here. Maybe Naser finishes the match now. Possible. Also a bit slower here, 60 seconds, not on his top time.
I wish I had called it because I was thinking this is exactly what I was thinking, that that Simon was going to just clip it under 60 and Naser was going to take the full 60. I felt like that was going to happen because we saw that a second ago with another event. So let's see. Oh, we got some dinosaur emojis in the chat.
Yeah.
I like that one. That's a good one. That's cool. I'm at my I'm in the home office right now, and my wife is a big dinosaur fan. So there's stuff all around me right now with T-Rexes and Stegosauruses and stuff.
Nice. So that's reflecting your apartment.
Yeah. So Simon's just going straight top left all the way through one by one, and Naser is just sitting for a minute.
Let's see.
I'm going back in. Yeah.
Yeah, very slow here from Naser. Maybe he is also affected a bit by the situation. And let's see, maybe Simon can get 30 here and draw the match again. Here, 3-3. Would be, of course, a big one. It just needs one.
Oh my goodness. I'm so glad I was able to finally get a 30 out of 30 yesterday before commentating this, because now I feel a little bit more comfortable with all this stuff, because for names were very hard for a minute there, but I feel like finally lately I've been getting good at names. Somehow I'm top 30 on Memory League on that, so that's cool. But of course, every now and then you get a name that it's just very hard to encode.
And Enrico and Matteo started their third set.
Okay. They're going to be doing cards. Okay.
And Simon gets his point here. For very likely that he gets a point. If Naser is not getting the gaps done here. Struggling here a bit now.
Yeah.
On his choice.
I don't think there's any swaps. I mean, it's harder to tell for me in Arabic, but I don't see any swaps. Actually, yeah, there's yeah, he's got the one on the right in the middle right. He's got the name for the person on the left there. So that's wrong.
Okay. So Nasser here lets the first match point go and gets Simon back into the match a bit here. 3-3 then. He has to focus. Just focus. Don't write anything in the chat. Would be and Simon happy.
Yeah, I was holding my breath, trying to see if there was gonna be anything written in the comments.
No, not at all. There will be
We're-
nothing at all. Oh, sorry, the other match is running.
So I guess Enrico's gonna need to shift that 2 to the right, but everything looks good so far for the cards.
Yeah, back in the match, Simon now, and 3-3. He was never out of the match, to be honest. So 3-3 in that match. And let's see how they continue. Enrico had the first choice here in the second and the third set on cards.
Okay. Good to get a point after some drama. Absolutely, Katie. That shows a good headspace from Simon to be able to do 29 names after an unexpected interruption, I guess you could say.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, Simon requested the silent chat before the match, and that's even more disturbing than if someone just shows up and talks. That's for sure, because you don't expect that, and you requested that, and that's your right. And then it's of course also good to protest here. And now everything hopefully just back to the match.
Hopefully. We got 52 out of 52 for both of the Italians. So that's fun.
So what comes next is the choice by Simon. The second set must be Simon's choice. Numbers. They don't have so many choices left here. And let's see. So 4-3 isn't the end. Whoever wins that game is not the end, because you need a lead of 2 games here in that second set, or in all sets actually, as if it's no tiebreak, then you need that. And let's see who goes faster here. Simon did 16 point something seconds in the first set. Naser seems to go back and forth. Let's see what Simon is going for here.
Looks like Simon's gonna finish before Naser, yeah.
Yeah, Naser is not. Naser needs to get that discussion out of his head. That's for sure here.
I think you're right, yeah.
30 seconds. He needs to focus, calm down, and just play. Simon plays.
If he loses this one, I feel like it's just kind of like a negative cycle at this point. It's going to be kind of hard to get out of it. So he needs to, just for himself, he's going to need to bounce back from this. But but I don't know. This is a pretty big gap, and Simon's probably comfortable at 25.
He is. He's probably. And yeah, let's see. The other match is also running.
Yeah, we got to catch DMV up later. he's wondering.
His results were not too bad. Don.
Oh, really? Vishwa says Nasser's thinking of leaving after this. I didn't know that. I haven't talked to him in a minute, but we message on TikTok sometimes. I didn't know any of that.
No, I don't know either.
Yeah. I've been trying to get him to get a Simon Says game because I have a video where I put a bounty out. I was like, I'll send anyone $100 if they can beat me in Simon Says, and so far nobody. Because it takes like an hour with this thing. It scrolls through all of it, and I got up to like 80 something points before just ending the video. So that's still up for whoever wants to do that.
Cool. Sounds entertaining. Yeah, let's see. Someone enters accepts your challenge here. So let's see. Simon and Nasser both with a digit wrong, and Simon with a gap. Let's see if Simon can. Is it probably just a typo? Yeah, it is. Well done. So now he has to find his gap. Oh, it's not a safe typo. It might be a gap. Ay, okay.
Very tense.
Oh, that's close now. Next point. Simon must get that. I think he will get that. And maybe both go for 79.
Oh, man.
Nasser triple checking near the end.
I think he knows something's wrong. He keeps sort of like clicking left and right around there.
Now 78. It's very, very close here. What happens now? Nasser now 2 wrong.
Wow. I did not think a 78 was going to win this one, and looks like it might.
Maybe 79. Let's see. seconds. Simon will find that. Usually, 78, 78. Oh, did Nasser already click finish here? No, not yet. 79, 78. Oh, what are they doing here? 1 minute. Nasser clicks finish, so he keeps up at 79, and Simon now has a chance here to grab that point. He will be furious about himself.
Nasser's looking at his computer, just praying.
Simon needs 1 digit.
Matteo's got a good lead in words over there, by the way, time and score, so that's cool. But yeah, these numbers are very stressful for Nasser and Simon.
30 seconds.
Oh, boy.
Not sure what Nasser is up to now. Yes. Switch this cam is talking on Zoom, I guess. The drama continues. Now Simon was 79, 77.
Oh, Simon!
Oh,
come on.
He is playing around with it. He needs to fix that. No, 78. 5 seconds. He keeps it.
Oh, wow.
Wow. 79 to 78. What kind of bad luck was that here? Both leaving the room now. Both need some refreshment here. What kind of game was that? 78 to 79. Wow, it's big drama here now. Big drama.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And Matteo gets another 50 out of 50. That's good to see also. That's cool. Oh, man.
It's kind of a side match here with 50, but it's not. So
they're not the main event right now. They have no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really seeing all these 50 out of 50s, I got to get into it more because I have so many trials where I really think I have it. I really think I have all 50 words. And then I hit enter, and then it's so obvious why I missed what I missed. And so I've done 45 like 5 times but I can't get 50. It's so hard.
Yeah, it's very tough.
Maybe today. I'll try.
Let's see. Send a screenshot if you get it.
Oh, I will. For sure. Now that I finally yeah, I got a number for you. I'll do that.
Okay, and Enrico and Matteo, yeah, 1-1 in the third set. So they extending that match even more. We are here 2 hours now about because we started very late, but 2 hours are done now of real match time. And they'll go to play some numbers. And I'd say that Naser and Simon, they play quite slow now because they think they both need to be a bit more focused back here. Naser has a match point now. I'm not sure what his choices are. I didn't follow that.
Mm.
And I don't know, this breaks. They're on break here somehow. I don't know.
Yeah, everybody's taking a break right now, I guess.
But it's quite long. Simon's break will take a while, I guess.
Yeah. Numbers. Let's go.
It is numbers. Let's see how long the break takes. Maybe they Enrico and Matteo catch up with the other batch.
Yeah. Okay, let's see the time. 17.
Okay, 17. Exactly 1 second difference here. Nice.
Yep.
And yeah, let's see what the other game is. 4-3, and Naser and Simon on cards. Okay, match point for cards for Naser.
Mm.
If he grabs that point, he wins the match.
Okay, nothing too out of ordinary for times. They should both be able to do something good with that, with the cards. And no mistakes from Enrico in numbers. 80 out of 80. But Matteo's faster, so keeping us on our toes again.
And Simon with a quicker time here. It's Naser 27 seconds. He's really not up to his game now. And then if Simon wins that, then there will be a tie break in the set at 4-4. And then they have to eliminate game by game. So it's like one person eliminates a game, and then the other one eliminates a game, then the first one again, and then the second one. And then the last two remaining disciplines will be a random draw, a random choice. Vishwa thinks that international names for words is a tiebreak. Yeah, maybe. Let's see. And it looks like tiebreak. Simon has the. Oh, by the way, Matteo won the numbers here. I have to be a bit more careful now. I'm a bit much here at once. So Simon wins the game and draws the match at 4-4 in the last set, and that means they have a tie break, and we will see in a minute how that looks like or what that is. Words or inter? Maybe. Let's see.
Maybe.
Okay. Let's take a look on the match page here. So tiebreak, Simon Orton. Simon eliminates images. Naser eliminates international names. Simon names. Naser cards. And we have numbers or words. And it's words. Words is the tiebreak event between Naser and Simon in the second set. Words it is. Cool. Very entertaining, for sure. Let me
I'm kind of hoping for words.
Let me check word scores for them today. So Simon did 50 and 49 seconds. That was really strong. Naser did 50 and 55 seconds. Okay. In the first set. These two only had just 2 games of words today. Okay. So let's see if Simon and Naser goes into a third set. Wow, that would be would stretch the match quite well, quite long. And Matteo, it's another images game, I think, between Matteo and Enrico.
All right.
So what's your prediction on that?
Oh, man. I mean, Matteo, they're both having good days. They both think Matteo probably is. I'm going to say he takes images. He's probably feeling pretty confident right now. He's had some in all the events. He's taken some wins. I'm thinking it's going to be probably close, but I think Matteo's going to go for a fast time and he's going to take it. I hope so.
Now let's see. Would Gavin give him 3-1 lead then, right? Yeah. So we have a guess here from Vishwa, 9.7 to 10.1. Is Enrico frozen or is he just focusing? Hard to tell.
Yes, it's hard to tell. Yeah, I think Matteo's going to go fast. I feel it.
Here we go. No, it was not frozen. It was just like
okay.
fixed. And here we go. Images it is. Let's see what they are up to and how that goes. Very important now. Matteo can, if he wins that game, he has match point after being set down. Let's see.
Oh, yeah. He's flying through.
Oh, and
yes, I knew it.
9.3. Yeah, nice.
I knew Matteo would go fast.
Nice. And in this, I'm not sure, but in the other set, it was also images where Matteo was striking back.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I hope 30 for both. Vishwa's hoping or predicting 30. I think so.
And the tiebreak game has started. And either Naser wins the match now or Simon draws the match in sets and goes to the third set. That's the question. Third set or not? But we have to be. I cannot. If they finish the match now, I'm not so comfortable going over there right now because of the breakout rooms, and I don't want to close it and just appear there because I don't know how that affects. If that affects Enrico and Matteo, I'm really not sure about that. Because sometimes you have pop-ups on Zoom and I'm not 100% sure if that works.
Right.
Wow, look at this timing between Naser and Simon. 59.16 to 59.20. Wow, you cannot write that.
Yeah.
I have to test that with the breakout sessions. What happens when I close breakout session, if that is affecting something. But not now, not in the match.
Right. Matteo does it. 30 out of 30.
Wow, 3-1. He gets a match point next.
Yeah. Enrico can't do anything to stop him now with this.
And prediction from Vishwa, Simon wins set 2. Let's see. It's close. I think one gap for Naser here. The others are not gaps. This is a zebra technique. He writes every second word. One gap for Simon as well. So let's see. One gap to one gap. And then it's 0.04 seconds. That's so ridiculously close. It hurts. So close.
Yeah.
It could be, it's just fraction of a second. And if the other way around, the other one gets the point. So, Simon looking good so far. It's maybe this word here.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to tell with this technique with Naser if he's going to be able to fill in all these, but I guess that's his technique.
That's his technique. He, instead of just writing one letter, he writes every second word because he has probably also 2 on a location. Okay, so far it looks like that Simon goes for 49 and Naser probably as well, because I don't see him getting this last word here, word number 47, but the others, maybe. Let's see. 47, 48. Matteo and what are they playing? They don't play it. We have match point for Matteo.
Naser gets 49. Oh my gosh.
49-49. What a close game is that? Can Simon, what is it? Gültigkeit. Oh, yeah, that's he has a G. He has a G. So like something with a G. Sometimes you might have the feeling of it's something like that.
Yeah, he knew it had multiple G's in it, I guess.
Some kind of G, but ordnungsgemäßig, yeah, this is kind of a similar word. It's like, what is it in English? It's Gültigkeit, Genehmigung. I can't translate it.
Yeah.
Validity. No, thank you, Katie. Validity, right?
Validity. Okay.
Yeah. And he was writing something similar, but yeah. 40 seconds. In dies at Genehmigung. This is like, Genehmigung is like if you get something. So granting something, you're granted something. You get the grantion. I don't know. But it looks like that Simon approval. Thank you, Katie, for helping me. Approval. He's writing approval, but it's not. It's validity.
So yeah, that is.
And yes, Naser clicks finish.
Oh boy. Come on, Simon.
Simon needs the Genehmigung, die Gültigkeit, but looks. And that's it. That's it. What a close match was that here in the end. 5-4 in the second set. And Enrico Matteo on international names. And as I said, I unfortunately cannot go. Oh, look at Naser here. Okay, I got it here on screen. I think that's pretty nice. But yeah, as I said, let's go for the other match because they are also on a match point here. And don't want to miss that. We have plenty of time for interviewing both of them in the future because Enrico is still Simon is still alive, and I can hear myself on the Twitch channel. No, I can't anymore. Simon is in the repertoire bracket. Wesley, do you have the Twitch open?
No, I don't think that's me.
Who is it then?
I don't know. But yeah, no, everything's silent on my end.
Okay. It's a bit weird. But no one else is in our room, is it? No. Naser. Naser is in our room. I see. Okay, Naser. Yeah, sorry, but we need to keep this room. But anyway, thank you for joining, Naser. Congratulations for winning the for winning the match against Simon. It was very, very close and very lot of talking in the middle. So how do you feel? Last game was super close, 0.04 seconds.
Yeah, thank you so much. Actually, it was a very great match, especially the second set, which is made the match stronger and stronger. Because I was actually in the first set very strong on the first set, but the second set, the international names distracted me in the whole set. So I clicked wrongly on finish the memorization.
What was it? What distracted you there?
I clicked wrongly. I didn't review for international names. I clicked wrongly, then it finished the memorization time.
Yeah.
So I didn't review, so that distracted me a lot in international names, and also in the words. I didn't see the all words. I don't know what happened, but to be honest, it was better than I expected. I expected the match will finish early, but it's the last game. It was a crazy game, especially almost 0.04 second. I was the winner. But very close match.
Yeah, congratulations, Naser. That was a very entertaining match as well. Very close. And yeah, I would like to wish you already all good luck for the next round. And we'll keep up watching Enrico versus Matteo. Thank you, Naser, for joining. That was a good idea. Wesley, do you have any question for Naser before he leaves?
I forgot to write down if I had any questions this time. I mean, just congratulations. And it was a good celebration at the end there. That was really cool seeing with such to win in 0.04 seconds at the end there is the way to do it. That was really cool. Good work on all that. That was awesome. Good seeing you again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Naser. See you next round. And let's see who goes also to the next round here. Naser, thanks.
Thank you.
Enrico and Matteo here on international names. And Simon Orton, that was a pretty nice idea. I think that's the best way to do it. Send the people into the room so we can do the interview without disturbing anyone. That's pretty nice. Good idea.
So can I go now? Or
yeah, you can go. Naser, thank you very much again. Thanks for joining. That was a great idea. I guess Simon is not coming. Probably not. No. Okay. And let's see if Matteo wins that game. He has 14, 15. Oh, it's going to be close. 4-3 to win the match. 2 to win the match. 2 names to win the match and beat Enrico in 3 sets after being 1 set down. 18-1 to win the match. And probably the first name will go if he gets everything away there. Yeah, still 18. 19! Matteo!
Oh.
What a finish is that? 19-19.
Oh my gosh.
Brutal stuff here. 15 seconds. Let's see. If it's over, then it's over, and then we go into the bait room this time. 5 seconds. Wow! Matteo winning that match here. 19-19. It's over, guys. It's over. Is it? Or did I miscalculate anything? No, I didn't. Wow. Let's go and join them in the main room. Maybe they can give us a short interview. I leave and take you with me here. Breakout session. Close all rooms. And then let's see if anyone is still there. Hopefully.
Recording in progress.
Yeah, they're here. Hi, Matteo.
Hi, Johannes.
Hi, Matteo. First of all, congratulations. You turned it around in 3 sets. That was insanely strong and very, very, very entertaining to watch. How do you feel about the match?
Oh, thanks. Honestly, this is in this match. For the first time, I feel a really strong emotion, especially in the first set. For some reason, I was distracted by the front camera, like a lot of intrusive thoughts, like oh they're watching me and so I was really angry with myself because I wasn't able to manage the situation and I underperform. But between the first and the second set, I try to reset my mind. I try to keep calm, and unfortunately it works. So I satisfied with the second part of my match. But anyway, with Enrico, it's always a close and exciting match.
Thank you, Matteo. And Enrico. Yeah, in the end, it didn't turn out for you, but it was very interesting. How do you feel about the match now, Enrico? Hard loss, I guess.
Yeah, I liked it. From a moment I start distracting and I couldn't concentrate. So yeah, then it was very, very awful. So yes, that's it.
Yeah, not the best day then for you, but there is another round for both of you. So I'm looking forward to see that. Wesley, any other questions from your side, our co-commentator? No questions. Okay. So wow, Enrico, Matteo. Yeah, sorry, Wesley.
Hi, Wesley.
No real questions. That was just that was really entertaining, and especially congratulations to Matteo, and it was really cool seeing the consistency with the images, and I'm glad that when I was able to call it, you did not disappoint with having a sub 10 images in the last one there. That was really cool to be a part of that. So good being here again, seeing you guys.
Thank you, Wesley.
Yeah. Thank you. That was a rematch from the last Slam final, Enrico versus Matteo, and we will see more matches between you guys. Enrico, good luck for the next round. Matteo as well. Great match.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
So, okay. Yeah. Leaves us this guy, and with a big scarf. Wesley, thank you very much. That was dramatic today, was it?
Yeah, that was great, and I mean the chat was really, really active too. We had a lot going on with Katie and Vishva. That was really cool. I was happy with how all of that went, and I'm glad that we were able to come here after having to take a break yesterday, of course. So this is a lot of entertaining stuff, a lot of drama. It was a quite an eventful one this time.
It was. Wesley, have a nice break now, and then enjoy your day. And yeah, if you want, just join me tonight. Let's see. And thanks for being here. It was a pleasure. And thank you for, especially for commentating for like 45 minutes just by your own. I think you can do the job as good as I can. So thanks for that. That was really cool. Thank you a lot.
Well, yeah, I'm glad you think I did a good job. I appreciate it. I got in the last hour or so I started getting really sleepy, and that's part of the reason I didn't have a lot of questions to ask, because I think I do need to take a nap actually, because I'm starting to really get tired. But I'll let you know, because I can see on my time when the next stream is going to be, and I'll let you know ahead of time if I'm going to be here for that, hopefully, but we'll see.
Thank you. Thank you, Wesley. See you soon. Bye-bye.
See ya. Bye-bye.
Okay, so yeah, that's it for me for it now. You see my big scarf, but it's good. It's a good thing. We have a lot of warm heat around my neck that will help. And Vishwa, yeah, right. Matteo, thank you. Vishwa, thank you. Vishwa versus Matteo next round. That will be entertaining too. I will be back in the evening for one more match. For my condition, I hope it's not taking too long, but for the entertainment, it would be cool, of course. Very dramatic match that we'll have some talking about afterwards. Thanks for watching, and see you then in 5 hours. And until then, keep on memorizing. Bye-bye.